The fossil fuel industry is plotting a not-so-silent coup of the entire EPA. So this is The Intercept. They say, ExxonMobil may soon have a greater hand in shaping the science used to develop major environmental regulations. The published list of potential names for the Science Advisory Board and the EPA Clean Air Scientific Advisory Committee includes many industry representatives and consultants. The panels are typically composed primarily of independent academics and researchers charged with reviewing agency science and advising the Environmental Protection Agency on major policy decisions. While industry has always had a voice on those panels, comments from the Trump administration and the potential new appointees suggest the balance may soon change in favor of greater power for regulated companies, particularly the oil and gas industries. The long list of potential new advisory board members includes officials from ExxonMobil, Phillips 66, Alcoa, Noble Energy, Total, and the American Chemistry Council, a lobbying group for the chemical industry. EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt will make the final determination to select the members of the panels. Okay, so this is, again, not-so-silent coup. Under Democratic administrations, though they are also corrupt as well, don't get it twisted. But they usually, for positions like this at the EPA, they'll do an academic or a researcher or a well-known scientist who's an expert in the field. The Republicans go, hey, ExxonMobil, who you got for me? Literally. It's all people that represent the chemical industry lobby or fossil fuel industry lobby. They're not even hiding it. So understand something. If you, as a Republican administration, say, we're going to abolish the EPA, what happens? Huge headlines everywhere. People go fucking nuts. Even moderate Republican voters go, whoa, that seems a little extreme. We care about clean air and clean water. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? So since you can't do that, what do? Well, how do you effectively eliminate the EPA without eliminating it? Just take everybody from the industries that the EPA is supposed to be regulating to put in control of the EPA. So in other words, if the people at ExxonMobil are doing something that's polluting or skirting regulations, how do you ensure that you don't get caught? Well, you have an ExxonMobil insider who's now at the EPA who's supposed to be regulating you. And they're not going to do it. It's that simple. So you do whatever you want. Totally Ayn Rand style free market capitalism, anarcho-capitalism. No regulations, just you do whatever you want. You got your insiders inside the regulatory body. And by the way, this is also one of the major ways that we got the subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession, is that Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, under them, actually probably everybody post-Reagan, they believed in this philosophy. So the smartest guys in the room, people from the industry, put them in positions to regulate the industry. Well, guess what? The only reason they're familiar with those regulations is because they're used to evading them. They're used to dodging the regulations. So that's exactly what they're going to do. You put them in charge of regulating it, they're not going to regulate it because their buddies are at these companies. So on Wall Street, we're not going to enforce any regulations. You do whatever you want. Forget leverage rules, forget, consumer protection, fuck all that. And what happened? We had a subprime mortgage crisis and a Great Recession. People got screwed. And now we're doing the same thing when it comes to the environment. We've been doing it for a while, but this goes even further. Bush notoriously did the same fucking thing. At least Obama, you had a break where there were more scientists and researchers in these positions. Although, again, he made a corrupt deal with the Carlyle Group and limited some regulations on chemical companies. So it's not like the Democrats are angels, they're not. But the Republicans go even further with their corruption. So this is absolutely preposterous. And you want to talk about things the media should be focusing on? They should be spending a tremendous amount of time on this, because this is a takeover of our government from the industry. It's getting rid of all regulations for the environment. And the consequences not only will be catastrophic, they already are catastrophic if you look at what's going on.